So Frank Palangi with me tonight, and how's the career of Frank Palangi pulling off these days?
Pretty good. How you doing?
Me, I'm doing fine, man. I've see you got a new EP coming out soon.
Yeah, I've been working on EP and some other things, and it's been a real busy summer and a productive one too.
Would you say this is one of the biggest summers yet for your career?
Um, I would say because now that the EP is done, I can do so much more. Up to that point, it's just you're writing the songs. Like I flew to Nashville to record it, and just getting it done, mixing and then mastering, and now that it's done, it's like, okay, I have my EP. Now I can go to town and spend time sending it to people, do different press campaigns and this and that, and um, it frees yourself up more. Put it that way.
Like, let's say in your eyes, you record the music, you write the music. The music business is even bigger than actually making the music, is it not?
Oh yeah, I mean, even when you're making a song, you kind of have to down to what genre you want to classify yourself in. Do you make a song that maybe wouldn't make it on the radio, or do you do a song that is a little bit more cookie cutter? It definitely, you have to keep both in mind, but stay original. And I think I have a pretty unique style in the way I make up music. I mean, it's in the rock, hard rock realm, but I think being a solo artist is a little bit different too for that kind of thing. The industry's it's tough, between record labels and trying to get it on different radio stations, and they all have policies, and we don't accept unsolicited material, and it's tough because I'm doing all this independent, even though I do have a producer and I recorded with the Day of Fire rock band, and it's just there's certain barriers that you still can't get across. But I'm moving forward and moving kind of around them, here and there. So it's going good.
But it's like that, you gotta work hard because you're like your own crew, merchandise table, you're everything in this yourself, and you gotta work extra hard, is it not? Plan your interviews, etc. I don't know how you do it, but you do lots of stuff. Then you gotta probably get your shows organized, right?
Oh yeah, I mean between my calendar and I'm on the internet a lot. I mean a lot of it's internet work. Calling people or emailing people and searching out new interviews that you could do in different stations, and doing follow-ups and stuff with the guys you've already did stuff with, and it's all me. I'm unfortunately, because it's not a band thing, it is a lot just on my shoulders, or almost everything. But I'm at the point where I got the material done. I've got to a certain step, and now I'm really looking forward to hitting up a booking company or an agency or record label and having them push it along even further.
Publicists also, help out a lot of the musicians to set up all this stuff, which you might need in soon because your career is probably getting a lot busier.
I have one actually I do a campaign with every once in a while, but I don't have like a full-time publicist, but I have one going on this summer for the EP. My producer's sending it out to different contacts that he has between labels and things in Nashville. And there's certain agencies and things and different people that I have contact with actually over Facebook that are like the old 80s metal rockers or the guys from the 90s that, had huge bands, and now they're kind of just staying under the radar. They're still doing shows, but I give them credit for actually, writing people back and responding and helping them out, and, getting a phone call from one of the bigger 80s metal bands from the bass player or something like that. It just, makes your day for them to go out of their way and say, I understand, dude, came out of the same place, even though it was 30 years ago.
Economy was different back then also.
Yeah, yeah.
Now
People,
we're making
yeah.
the music in the terrible economy, and it's really hard to sell in our lives.
It is. I mean, I do these cover gigs where I play, 4 hours at a bar or something like that. I make $150 with a meal, and that's just to, get revenue going and kind of like a day job thing. And I mean, I would love just to do my original music alone, but fortunately, you have to do those other things with your original music, with everything else that's going on to keep afloat and keep going.
Like that, when you're playing your covers, do you introduce sometimes some of your, originals at these shows?
Yeah, like I'll do like a half an hour acoustic set or something like that, and I'll do all originals, and I usually throw them in there. And it's tough because when people, because a lot of it is solo acoustic. You're playing at these events or bars or whatever, and it's a little bit of, I call it like misrepresentation of yourself, because you are playing all these cover songs, and it's like, that's not really what I sound like. That's not really my sound, but it still is me playing out. But I mean, there's, what can you do? There's a lot of people that still do that stuff, and after like I have a Massachusetts acoustic tour planned, and in between that stuff, you're hitting some cover gigs and different things, just so that you can get original music tour set up, or do another like you said, press campaign, or I tell you, even mailing these CDs, making promo CDs up that, it's not cheap to make up CDs and then mail them up and have them look good and mail them out for free, and maybe never get a response back from anybody, because anyone can just send an email and just say, here you go, So I view it as now where they really want it if they send you a CD, because everything's so electronic.
Are you keeping healthy on YouTube and all that?
Yeah, I mean, I still got my video diary series, and I haven't been making as much because I've been so busy, but there's always stuff that pops up here and there, and I did a new promo for my EP that's out now. If you guys want to go to youtube.com/Palangi Studios. Yeah, I'm on Facebook, MySpace, Twitter, all that kind of stuff, and people have asked me, you have advice or anything for anybody else, and it's pretty much, you just got to keep plugging. You have to have a will and a drive to do it, and not only the ability, as far as whether you're a drummer or singer or a band. A lot of these, even these local groups that have had a chance in front of Wind-Up Records, and different tours, they bail out the last minute because of their bands or because of this and that. And if you really want it, I think it comes to you eventually. It might not be right now, but you'll get there.
Now, for your album, where are the people gonna get this when it comes out?
It'll be available online digitally through any retailer, as far as like iTunes or Amazon and a whole bunch of other places. It won't be in CD form, because a lot of times, like today and stuff, it's people just download it, and they don't really care about the CD as much. And it costs less too for the artists. It costs a lot less. And I have a distributor now, so fortunately they put it out there for me, so I don't really have to do too much anymore as far as that goes.
Well, that's great, Frank. It's a pleasure talking to you again, and hope this CD does good. This EP, is it EP?
EP, yep.
Yes.
It's 5 tracks, and it has the I'm Waiting song. I think you played that last time, with It's Alright, Love, Driving These Lines, and Remembrance. I have a music video for Remembrance on the internet, and I hope somebody hears it and really hears the hard work and stuff that I put into it, and I tell everyone music is my life, and if I can hop on something and keep doing it, I'm gonna. I've just been doing so much between auditioning for like America's Got Talent and The Voice and some of these VH1 things that they're having,
Mhm.
and sometimes these different avenues and stuff, they can lead you into the realm of getting more noticed somehow. No, it's going to be a good record, and I'm looking forward to hopefully hooking up with somebody and making a full album here sometime. And until then, you guys can hear the EP and enjoy it yourselves.